Let's do this. All right, for the record, my name is Enrique Pepin. I'm the District 5 Boston City Councilor, and I am the chair of the Boston City Council Committee on City Services and Innovation Technology. Today is Wednesday, November 27th, 2024. In accordance with Chapter 2 of the Act of 2023, modifying certain requirements of the open meeting law and relieving public bodies of certain requirements, including the requirement that public bodies conduct its meetings in a public place that is open and physically accessible to the public. The City Council will be conducting this hearing virtually via Zoom. This hearing is being recorded. It is also being live streamed at boston.gov/city-council-tv and broadcast on Xfinity Channel 8, RCN Channel 82, and Files Channel 964. Written comments may be sent to the committee email at ccc.csit@boston.gov and will be made a part of the record and available to all councilors. Public testimony will be taken at the end of this hearing. Individuals will be called on in the order in which they signed up and will have 2 minutes to testify. If you wish to sign up for public testimony and have not done so, please email our Central Staff Liaison, Shane Pack, at Shane, SHANE.PAC, PAC, at boston.gov. For the Zoom link, and your name will be added to the list. Today's hearing is on docket number 1559, order for a hearing on winter weather preparation and safety. This matter was sponsored by myself and Councilor Brian Worrell and was referred to the committee on October 23rd, 2024. Today, I'm joined by my colleagues in order of arrival, our City Council President, Ruthie Louis-Jean, and City Councilor Brian Worrell. Thank you all for joining us. I wanted just to start by saying thank you to the panelists for being here the day before Thanksgiving. This hearing is really to get an understanding of how you all are preparing for the colder months that lie ahead. And obviously, our winters are changing here in the city of Boston. We've seen less snow relatively compared to previous years, and we're getting just a lot more rain, more sleet, and I wanted to just get a sense of how you all are getting ready to tackle that on, making sure that all of our city streets are taken care of, and provide my colleagues an opportunity to ask questions for their prospective neighborhoods or just any processes that they are curious about. But with that, I would like to give my co-sponsor the opportunity for quick opening statements, and then we'll go with Council President Ruthie Louis-Jean. Councilor Worrell.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you to the panelists and all the teams behind the panelists. Public Works, always super responsive. You call Clarence, Danny, Gilbert at any time, and their team, and they're always answering the call for constituents. So I just want to say thank you for all your work. I know I used to work in facilities, so I know how those winter months are. It's a lot of preparation. It's a lot of checking on the equipment, and it's done so before the storm actually happens. Right? It's done before months are there, months before this first snowfall falls, and then you're right back at it because you're fixing all the equipment right after the snow ends, the winter months end. So just thank you guys for all the work that you do, and looking forward to engaging on this conversation.
Thank you, Councilor Worrell. Council President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Want to thank all of you for making time before, you baste your turkeys, you fry your turkeys to be here with all of us. I want to thank Central staff and thank you to the sponsors for holding this hearing. Obviously, in a city like Boston, preparing for winter is very important, and I hear from the Farmer's Almanac that we are expecting maybe a good amount of snow this winter, so you never know. But I also know that our Public Works Department is really, you do all do really great work and don't get enough shine for it. So I want to thank you, Danny, Gilbert, Clarence, for all the work that y'all do for the city, for all of our residents. The questions that I often get as an at-large city councilor are, the sidewalks, making sure that they're cleared, We get a lot of inquiry about private ways during snowstorms and clearing private ways. And so just, want to hear a bit about that sort of preparation and how we're feeling about this winter. I think, Danny, before I was even able to look at the weather, good to know that the nor'easter they're predicting is not going to be coming here to the city of Boston, we don't think. So appreciate all you do, and I look forward to hearing from everyone. Mr. Chair, I'm also in the middle of delivering turkeys to residents, so I'm going to be on and off, but thank you to everyone for being here and for the work that you do on behalf of the city.
Thank you, Council President, and thank you for delivering turkeys. I would like now to introduce today's panelists testifying on behalf of the administration. We have Daniel Lee, Gilbert Costin, and Clarence Perkins. Danny, take it away.
Thank you, Councilor Pepin and Madam President and Councilor Worrell. Pleased to be here representing the 147 members of the Street Cabinet's highway team. Those are the frontline folks that respond for snow, but also to represent other members of Public Works, our street lighting division, central maintenance facilities, building maintenance, code enforcement. We've got, we get help from ISD, BTD, great. So a lot of folks raise their hand and are willing to come in on a drop of a dime, come in and support us. So here representing all of them, again, to keep my comments brief, ready to answer any question you guys may have. Councilor, as you know from our meeting before, there's nothing more I'd like to talk about than snow and those that, fight alongside with me. So happy to answer any questions that you may have. All yours.
Thank you for that, Danny. I guess we could, Clarence or Gilbert, is there anything you want to add to that before we go to questions?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. Okay.
Same here.
I will allow my council colleagues to go first with questions, and then I'll go. Councilor Worrell, as the co-sponsor, would you like to kick us off with any questions you may have?
Yeah, I know last year when we had this conversation, I was advocating. It was something I saw back when I was in middle school. It feels like years ago. In a small town in Lincoln, in Sudbury, Mass, what they would have, and I don't know who gave it, but I feel like the town gave it. But they would have like these drums of sand, right, inside in the town hall, so that the businesses were able to sprinkle the sand on the sidewalk if Public Works or someone wasn't able to get out there and shovel the sidewalk. So I was wondering if that was something that the department could look into, or what are your thoughts around, piloting a program like that in some of these areas?
Yeah, so I think you see them a lot of times kind of at busy MBTA stops, definitely at stations. I've been here 22 years. I don't think Public Works has never done that. Providing either salt or sand kind of in, mostly business districts, I would think. I haven't seen it. I think, via 311, we're able to respond pretty quickly. It's not a bad idea. I would just worry about the scope and, who gets it and who doesn't get it and how is it used. And, it's certainly something we can look into, but we don't do it now. But I will say that we are staffed 24/7, 365. If there is an icing complaint on the sidewalk, we, via 311, we do respond pretty rapidly. But it's a interesting, and I have seen other towns do it. I just don't know how they do it. And I don't know if the scope for Boston would be what the scope would be. I think we would probably have to get some partners on board to store the salt. But open to it, open to having a discussion about it.
Yeah, no, love to continue that conversation. I was thinking we have main streets. Maybe they can help out in some of those main streets. They do have office space, so happy to explore that for next winter cycle. One of the other things that I mentioned or brought up last year, and I can't remember if I got the answer to this, was, is there a different rate for snow? So if you're working in public works and it starts to snow and now you're out there shoveling snow, do you get a different snow rate in terms of
So,
pay? Yeah.
so no, but if it's past your normal working hours, it is time and a half. We did do a pilot last year to see if we could get better participation internally, and we offered any working any snow event was paid as double time. We're in the process of justifying that, presenting it to budget at the moment, and they're going to have the final say on that, whether that continues. I'm hoping it does. I felt our participation was a little bit better, especially when you get those long days. You're working 16, 17, 18 hours. You go home for a quick 4 or 5 hour break, and to get those guys, those guys and gals back in quickly, I think that helped there. It was a slight increase in the total budget, one that I felt was worth it, and I think it, with the rank and file, everyone I think felt a little bit more appreciated, especially taking time away from their family to come back in, work those long, difficult hours. You're cold, you're wet, you're hungry, right? You're cranky. We're still waiting on guidance from budget on that, but and my hopes is to continue that.
Yeah, and I'll definitely advocate to the budget office for that. It's something that I saw at the facilities company that increased participation, but also I feel like you can't overplan, right? I feel like the more bodies you have when you predict snow is coming, I think it's always better to overplan and to make sure that you have the bodies there just in case you are hit with that nor'easter. Has the city expanded its range or parameters for sidewalk clearances in any location or added to that list?
So I think this is now starting year 4. I think 3 years ago, we started a pilot with Councilor Bach, where we would take, skid steers through kind of the main business districts, the busy corridors, the busier sections of each district, of each neighborhood, and punch through the handicap ramps for any windrow. So when we're plowing, we are creating snowbanks, right? So with that smaller equipment, they would be able to clear, ramps and, issues that we cause on the sidewalks. They were all, at the same time, those pieces of equipment are also clearing existing bike lanes and, BPS school bus, larger pickup locations. We haven't really had a call to expand it just yet. I would be hesitant to say we could expand it much bigger than it is now, purely based on the fact that the last 2 years, we really haven't been tested. So, right. I'm open to the discussion, certainly. I mean, that would just mean bringing more equipment in and more folks. Again, there's a budget hit there, but, if we can do it, certainly open to having the conversation. I just want to make sure that what we're saying we can do when we get a 12-inch or a 15-inch or, God forbid, a larger snowstorm. I don't want to overcommit. I don't want to overpromise. I want to make sure that we can do what we say we can do. Awesome.
And it's been a while since we had a big snowstorm, so I appreciate that answer. And I think you're absolutely right, and I think we should revisit it after we get hit with one of those big nor'easters. Chair, no further questions. Thank you guys again for all your work, and I will definitely be advocating for that snow pay rate for the whole Public Works Department. I think it's a great idea. I think it's very deserving. When you're out there, you're working long hours, and sometimes you have to fix those machines, which are metal machines, in the cold. And when you take those gloves off and you have to, oh man, bringing me back. But I did love the snow because I feel like it energized you when you was out there. But it is taxing on the body. and you pay for it the next day. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Councilor.
Thank you, Counselor, for those questions. I see that. I think we lost the Counselor President Ruti Luigen, so I'll go next. I just want to start off also by thanking you all. Public Works did such an amazing job in my district. I built a really strong relationship with the Hyde Park yard and the West Roxbury yard that covers Rosendale. You guys do such incredible job. Danny, when we spoke, I brought up the conversation about how our snow recently has become more of a rain and icy conditions. I kind of wanted to get a sense of how does that change your preparations in the city of Boston to kind of like measure how much salt you put in the road? How do you all approach these kind of winter storms when they're not a traditional snowstorm?
Yeah, so certainly the past 2 years is a trend, right? I think I would want to see a few more of those years before we start really changing how we prepare. I mean, we have to be prepared for the worst case scenario. 2015, I lived through it barely. 100 plus inches of storm over four snowstorms that were back to back to back. We have to be ready for stuff like that. 2 years after that, we got the most snow in a 24-hour period in Boston's history. So we're not completely out of the woods. There certainly is a change. I know some of the meteorologists I follow saying that climate change will result in more moisture being thrown our way, which I think we saw that a little bit last year. But again, we're still hovering around that 32 degrees, which is, once we start getting below 35, the hair in the back of my neck starts to stand up. So we're still preparing worst case scenario. We are, a few years ago, Mike Broll, we got kind of wider as far as coverage, where we kind of split into all the district yards. Historically would work, a regular 3 o'clock shift, and then any issues, they would be on overtime. We've now kind of split the yards among the two shifts. So we have pretty good coverage from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So, and that's in response to kind of those fogs, the mist and the quick rainstorms that once they hit a cold ground turn into freezing rain. And that's really the danger. That's the most dangerous there is. I would take a 12-inch named snowstorm, right, with everybody on TV talking about it and the French toast alert. I would take that 100 times over one flash freeze or a freezing rainstorm. Those are dangerous. So we have gone wider that way. But our normal preparations is we have to be ready for the big one, and we're just always watching weather and looking at weather and making sure that we do have 3 paid weather providers in constant contact with them. They're hyper local. They're able to get granular and talk about what's going to each storm. What's different on Fairmount Hill is different than what's going on Eagle Hill in East Boston. It can be 4 to 5 inches difference and a 5-degree temperature difference. So are paying more attention to kind of really granular hyper-local forecasting, which helps. But I don't know if that answers your question fully, but we still have to be ready for the big one, and just these ice storms are always pose a problem.
No, I think that perfectly answers that question, where specifically how you mentioned that in different parts of the city, the conditions could be very different. Obviously, the level in which the neighborhood sits on, and if it's close to water or not. I always think about that. And you mentioned something like for Fairmount Hill specifically, or just in any parts of my district, is there any advice that you could give residents to contribute to what winter preparation is? Anything that you like to tell the residents to just have in mind?
Yeah, I mean, checking the tread on your tires is always important. Making sure that you're able to, proceed, if needed. I would say, just let the plows do their work, let the salt work. If you don't need to go out, please don't go out. Wherever you can use public transportation, we work, kind of our goal is to make sure that public transportation runs smoothly and can run as efficiently as possible. We have a lot of third shift and second shift workers that they don't get the day off when it snows. They have to go into hospitals. They have to go into, my father worked 42 years for the post office and never missed a day, and was always grateful that he could get on a warm bus to take him over to South Station. And myself, before I came over here, I drove a T-bus for 4 years and out of Cabot Yard, and I'd be doing the 23 and the 15 from Kane Square. And to see the grateful look on these folks' face when they get on the bus, knowing that they don't have to walk in the snow, they don't have to walk in the street, that they can arrive to work relatively dry and comfortable, and maybe they go into their second job, or maybe that time, getting home, maybe that's the time that they have to spend with their family, between two jobs or whatever. So that's our kind of goal, is to make sure that these buses are able to run smoothly. And kind of as a byproduct of that, we're able, and we're aggressive. We're aggressive during snow. We're aggressive during ice. That also allows fire engines, ladder trucks, ambulances to get where they need to go, without having to be concerned about road conditions. I can only imagine what they're thinking in their heads as they're responding to, a choking infant or, someone having a heart attack. The last I need to worry about is, am I going to go craning up into a house or through an intersection? We do get very aggressive, but that's the standard that we've set for ourselves. That's the standard that has been set for years for Boston, and we're going to do our best to continue moving forward with that.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And Danny, you mentioned earlier that, with climate change happening and just the different type of winters that we're having, has the city incorporated any new technology, or is gearing to use new technology to tackle on some of these issues?
Yep, absolutely. We've had historic kind of weather providers that are, again, they get hyper-local and they provide a very good service. Also, a company that was kind of founded out of MIT, some MIT graduates, and they're a Boston-based company, Tomorrow.io, and they're putting up their own satellites, and they're taking, and it's kind of an AI forecasting service. And we've had them, I think they gave it to us to try out, and then we bought into it because we saw good value in it. It's very good at forecasting when the storm is going to end, or has been very good when the storm is going to end. They've added some stuff as well, and that's huge because that's when we can shut the, start cutting pieces and, turn off slow that cash register down. And that's huge. They've also, they've gotten better. They put up their own satellites. They take data from all over the place, like JetBlue planes and kind of Ford vehicles. They take the ambient temperature and even as how fast you have your windshield wipers on. So they're able to get all these data points and come up with a really good, in real time, kind of what's going on. And again, what's going on Fairmount Hill, what's going on in Eagle Hill, what's going on in Telegraph Hill, Hopes Hill. They're able to tell you kind of exactly what's going on. Last year, that February 12th storm that we didn't get, Mike Broll was still helping out, and Ed Carroll, who used to be on Channel 4, I believe, he's with Tomorrow.io. He called me, in my checking, I talked to him and he said, hey, you guys might not get everything that they say you're going to get. And, I went into the other room where Mike and Norman Parks and Clarence and Gilbert were all planning the storm. And I said, hey, I don't think we're going to get this. And I got, cursed out of the room. But they saw it kind of, and they had it. So that's, I would never put full stock in that. Not yet anyway, but, it's good to see that they were able to pick up on something that, maybe not everybody saw. I think a lot of the meteorologists, they all kind of converge onto one plane the closer we get to a storm, which is good, but it's good to have someone that's willing to go out and not take a leap, but say, hey, this might be a thing. We've also, our GPS system is getting better kind of as we use Samsara, and they're kind of, we're leading the way as far as how it's used during the winter. Jerry Gorman, from Waste Reduction, has managed with Capital getting on board and putting them in their trucks to this new contract. He's been able to do some route optimization to get trash picked up more efficiently, quicker. And we're working on things to see how we can work route efficiencies, during snowstorms. It's also pretty good at the end of a storm. You can kind of do like a heat map to see when the plows were through streets last. As it goes, within the past half hour, it's a red, and then that turns to orange and green and then blue. The longer you go out, and we can set those own parameters. That's good. I know one of your constituent complaints was oversalting, right? Where we can use that is we can say, okay, there was just a truck, the storm is ending or has ended. There was a truck through your street 45 minutes ago. We don't have to send someone back that way. Or we can say, well, he hasn't been through there in about 2 hours. We need to send someone back that way. So, it's a learning process. And again, not having real snow the past 2 years, we're going to have some learning, a learning curve here, but confident that that type of technology is something we can use to get better, more efficient.
Thank you for providing that answer, Danny. I know that Boston and you specifically have been talking about how we're really trying to continue to be innovative here to make sure that we are on top of all the winter or just any weather-related conditions coming to our city. I do have a few more questions before I let you all go. These are very specific resident questions, so bear with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the residents that live on a private way, what can they get plowed? What is the criteria for those? There's a lot of private ways in my district.
Yeah, so if we use it to pick up your trash, we will plow it. If with the caveat, right? If depending on how cars are parked, we really don't have a say as far as enforcement on private ways because they're private, right?
Right.
But if we use it to pick up your trash, obviously we're going to plow it so that trucks can get down and not get stuck and do their thing safely. I would say, as a rule, if it's a private way and we don't use it for trash, we don't plow it unless there's been a previous arrangement made or requests. If you were to go into the yard on Dana Ave or even up in Millennium Park, you'll see maps on the wall with different notes and color codes on all the private ways. A lot of folks on private ways don't want us down there, and then they move away, or as they sell and someone else comes in, and then so with communication we can figure it out. We're out there. We're always happy to help. We always do things we're quote not supposed to do, but it's difficult to, have a street plowed and then not help somebody out when needed. So, technically, no, we don't do them. If we use it for trash, we do them. But again, there's always room for communication and let us know. And, it can start with the 311 or, happy to obviously facilitate these, counselors and go through your staff to our supervisors. I would say that just, I would make sure that kind of everyone on the street is in agreement. Don't want to start any fights between neighbors, and we certainly don't want to get involved in any fights with neighbors. It's one of those things where some people love us in that regard, and some people hate us. They don't want us on their street. So I would just say that each one kind of has to be taken differently, separately.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Two more, promised. When it comes to someone that is not able to shovel the front of their house, I know that's a rule, like you have a certain amount of time to shovel in front of your house. One, can you cover how long does a resident have to do that? And then two, if they're not able to due to a disability or to age, are there any programs in the city that do that or anything that you recommend?
So I'm not sure if there's any programs that do it. There have been in the past. Again, I think the past 2 years with no snow, haven't heard of it or I haven't seen it. As far as the enforcing the part, that would be code enforcement. And I believe is it 4 hours after the end of a storm or after the sun comes up if it's overnight to clear. I know they're very forgiving. as far as if they were to give someone a ticket and they call up and they say, listen, you know, it's for whatever reason, myriads of reasons, right? But I think that is important that we do hold residents and businesses accountable for people with disabilities or people that, you know, are walking and need to get through, school kids. You know, I hate seeing school kids walking to the bus in the street because the street is clear and free of snow and ice, but you know, sidewalks become a problem. So, you know, I understand and I fully get it why some sidewalks aren't cleared. You know, but again, there are those people that need those sidewalks cleared to get to and from work and school. But there have been, was it Snow Angels or someone, Clarence might know, he was in District 7 for a long time. But that stuff doesn't come through us. I know a lot of, maybe I don't know where, you know, it's a lot of private stuff, a lot of, you know, I'm not 100% sure. I can do some digging and get back to you. Clarence, do you know, are you aware of any?
When I was in 7, they used to, but you know, again, it was all private, so I'm sure they've kind of moved away and not really doing it anymore. So we had to research that.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, and I always recommend neighbors that if they know that someone is not able to shovel the front of their house, to, you know, to lend a helping hand and be a good neighbor. That's something that I like to practice here in my street, and just like to put out that message for a lot of people too. But that is really that's it for me in regards of questions. I really wanted to create this space for us to just hear what you guys are preparing for. Obviously, be on top of everything. Very grateful for the work you all do. Again, you guys do such an amazing job across the city. It's just really, really, really encouraging to see how hard you all work during those rough conditions. So thank you for the work you do. I wanted to give you an opportunity to give any closing statements, anything last you would like to say.
I appreciate those kind words. Thank you. You know, we are all in this together, right? Gabriel from your office, you know, communications wide open. Guys have my phone number. You have our emails, Clarence, Gilbert. Most of the councilors do have good relationships with our district supervisors, and that's where it kind of stops. You know, Clarence and Gilbert run the hour operations, but our supervisors in those yards, those district guys, they're minute by minute, second by second. They're the ones, they're on the ground, they're seeing things, they're the ones doing stuff. So, you know, huge shout out to those guys. You know, all the councils, all your offices are great, alerting us to problems, helpful where you can be. Hopefully this winter is kind to us, and we can get through it okay. But yeah, I mean, just thank you guys for all your support. Appreciate the kind words.
Thank you for that, Danny. Yeah, shout out to Dustin from the Hyde Park Yard, who hold it down.
Absolutely.
Before I wrap up, Shane, do we have any public testimony?
Nope, we're all set, Mr. Chair.
Nice. Well, listen, I hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving. I hope you are able to spend some time with loved ones, family, whoever you have near. Really appreciate you taking the time to do this on Thanksgiving Eve. With that, I will say this hearing on docket number 1559 is adjourned.
Thank you, Councilor.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Safe travels.